The world stopped for a moment on July 24, 2025, when the heart of Hulk Hogan, born Terry Gene Bollea, gave out at 71 in his Clearwater, Florida home, struck by a sudden cardiac arrest that silenced the roar of Hulkamania. The news hit like a leg drop from the top rope, leaving fans, family, and friends grappling with the loss of a man who wasn't just a wrestler but a cultural juggernaut. From sold-out arenas to Hollywood screens, Hogan's life was a wild, emotional ride. Full of triumphs, controversies, and an unshakable love for his fans. Today, we're diving into the heart of his story, his cause of death, his family, his marriages, his wealth, his larger-than-life lifestyle, and the legacy of a man who made millions believe in the power of 24-inch pythons. This is Hulk Hogan's journey, and it's one that'll hit you right in the feels. Terry Bollea came into the world on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, born to a construction foreman, Peter, and a dance teacher, Ruth. When he was just a toddler, the family packed up and moved to Tampa, Florida, a place Hogan would forever call home. As a kid, he was a big dreamer, chasing baseball glory with a fastball that had major league scouts buzzing. At 12, he was already 195 pounds, a giant among his peers, but he was teased for his size and his oversized head, too shy to take his shirt off at the beach, he told Sports Illustrated in 1985. An elbow injury crushed his baseball dreams, but at 16, he found professional wrestling, a gritty, wild world that both scared and captivated him. "I was terrified of wrestlers," he admitted to Vice in 2014, recalling how they'd punch you in the face if you called it fake. That fear turned into fire, and in 1977, at 24, he stepped into the ring as the Super Destroyer in a small Florida promotion. A local TV host saw his hulking frame and likened him to Lou Ferrigno's Incredible Hulk, and when Vince McMahon Sr. gave him the surname Hogan in 1979, a legend was born. Hogan's rise in the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, was like a rocket blasting off. In 1984, he pinned the Iron Sheik to win the WWF Championship, kicking off Hulkamania, a fever that swept the globe. With his red and yellow bandana, rippling muscles, and a booming catchphrase, "Whatcha gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" he became the ultimate American hero. He urged kids to eat their vitamins and say their prayers, and fans ate it up, packing arenas and buying every Hulk Hogan t-shirt, lunchbox, and action figure. He headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, but none was bigger than 1987's clash with Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. In front of 93,173 fans at the Pontiac Silverdome, Hogan body-slammed the 520-pound giant and dropped his iconic leg drop, a moment wrestling historian Dave Meltzer called the pinnacle of the sport's golden era. That match, watched by 33 million on TV, cemented Hogan as wrestling's biggest ticket seller ever, per Meltzer's Wrestling Observer. He wasn't just a wrestler, he was a symbol of grit, patriotism, and unstoppable spirit. But the man behind the bandana faced battles that tested his heart. In 1983, he married Linda Claridge, and they had 2 kids, Brooke and Nick. Their family life was thrust into the spotlight with Hogan Knows Best, a VH1 reality show from 2005 to 2007 that showed the Bolleas juggling fame, parenting, and chaos. It was a hit, but the cracks were showing. In 2007, Linda filed for divorce after 24 years, accusing Hogan of cheating with a friend of Brooke's, Christiane Plant, per a National Enquirer interview. The split was brutal. Hogan handed over 70% of their liquid assets, $3 million in cash, and 40% of his businesses, per Celebrity Net Worth. In his 2009 memoir, My Life Outside the Ring, Hogan bared his soul, admitting he spiraled into depression and even thought about suicide. "I was lost, broken," he wrote, "but my kids kept me going." The pain deepened when Nick, then 17, crashed his car in 2007, leaving a friend permanently injured and sparking a legal firestorm that haunted the family. "It was the darkest time," Hogan told Oprah in 2008, his voice cracking as he spoke of Nick's guilt and his own struggle to hold it together. Hogan's love life had more chapters. In 2010, he married Jennifer McDaniel, but they parted ways in 2021 after 11 years. Then came Sky Daily, a yoga instructor who brought peace to his turbulent world. They wed in September 2023 in an intimate Clearwater ceremony, though Brooke's absence, due to their strained relationship, cast a shadow, per Marca. "Sky's my anchor," Hogan told People in 2024, crediting her with helping him find balance. He leaves behind Sky, Brooke, Nick, and grandchildren Oliver and Molly, born to Brooke in January 2025, per Newsweek. But family ties weren't always tight. Brooke's estrangement from both parents, confirmed by Us Weekly in March 2025, stung deeply. In an Instagram post, she wrote, "I need to walk my own path now." Just days before Hogan's death, Linda shared a tearful video on Instagram, reminiscing about the good old days, a poignant moment that now feels like a goodbye. Money was a roller coaster for Hogan. At his peak in the 80s and 90s, he was wrestling's golden goose, earning $1 million per WrestleMania and $13 million from WCW between 1996 and 2000, per Times of India. His net worth hit $30 million in 2007, but the divorce with Linda nearly wiped him out. "I blew hundreds of millions," he admitted on a 2011 radio show, reflecting on his lavish spending on cars, boats, and a 17,000-square-foot Bel Air mansion he built in 1996. He bounced back with a $31 million settlement from a 2016 lawsuit against Gawker, who published a sex tape of him with a friend's wife, though the initial $140 million award was slashed, per Celebrity Net Worth. Hogan also ventured into business. Hogan's Beach Restaurant, Hogan Energy Drinks, and Real American Beer, launched in 2024 and promoted at WWE events. But legal battles, like a $50 million malpractice suit against the Laser Spine Institute in 2013 for botched back surgeries, drained his coffers. His health was a constant fight, 25 surgeries in a decade, including back, knee, hip, shoulder, eye, and abdomen procedures, he told Jake Paul on Impulsive in 2024. Yet, just weeks before his death, Sky and manager Jimmy Hart told The Independent his heart was strong, dismissing coma rumors after a May neck surgery. Hogan's lifestyle screamed rock star. He lived in a Clearwater beachfront mansion, rode Harleys with buddies like Ric Flair, and owned a fleet of cars, boats, and bikes. "I live like I'm still in the ring," he told Forbes in 2018, laughing about his love for Flash. But scandal shadowed him. In 1994, he admitted to 13 years of steroid use during Vince McMahon's federal trial, though he denied McMahon supplied them, per the New York Times. In 2015, a leaked tape of him using racial slurs cost him his WWE contract, though he returned in 2018 after a public apology. "I'm human, I messed up," he told the Los Angeles Times in 2019. His 1996 heel turn as Hollywood Hogan in WCW, forming the New World Order with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, was a game-changer, making him a villain fans loved to hate and sparking WCW's 83-week ratings dominance over WWE, per CNN. His 2002 WrestleMania X8 match against The Rock, a clash of titans, drew a deafening roar from Toronto's Skydome, proving his star power never faded. Beyond the ring, Hogan was everywhere. He played Thunderlips in Rocky III, stealing scenes from Sylvester Stallone. He starred in No Holds Barred, Mr. Nanny, and Thunder in Paradise, and even co-hosted Saturday Night Live with Mr. T in 1985. His Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling cartoon ran on CBS, and his music album, Hulk Rules, hit No. 12 on Billboard's Top Kid Audio chart in 1995. He was the top celebrity for Make-A-Wish in the 80s, granting countless wishes for sick kids. Politically, he made waves, endorsing Donald Trump at the 2024 Republican National Convention, ripping off his shirt to reveal a Trump Vans tank top. "Let Trumpamania make America great again," he bellowed, per the New York Times. Trump called him a great friend on Truth Social after his death, while J.D. Vance mourned him as a childhood hero. Ric Flair, in a gut-wrenching X-post, wrote, "He prayed by my bedside when I had a 2% chance to live. No one will ever compare." When Hogan's heart stopped, the world felt it. TMZ reported paramedics fought to revive him, performing chest compressions as he was stretchered to an ambulance, but he was pronounced dead at Morton Plant Hospital at 11:17 a.m., per NBC News. The Clearwater police found no foul play, just a man whose body couldn't keep up with his spirit, per ABC News. Tributes flooded in. Piers Morgan called him gentle and charming offstage, while Charlotte Flair and Sergeant Slaughter shared stories of his loyalty. Hogan's final WWE appearance, promoting Real American Beer on Raw's Netflix debut in January 2025, saw him booed by some fans, a reminder of his complex legacy. He was set to launch Real American Freestyle, a traditional wrestling promotion, in August 2025, per ESPN. That dream, like so many, was cut short. Hulk Hogan was no saint, but he was a giant. He took wrestling from smoky gyms to global arenas, made kids believe in heroes, and faced his flaws head-on. His health battles, his family struggles, and that final cardiac arrest remind us he was mortal, but his impact feels immortal. As he once said, Hulkamania will live forever, brother. If this journey through his life touched your heart, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Let's keep the spirit of the Hulkster alive, together, one last time.